can see why this movie is iconic. I can see why a lot of people like this movie, unlike American Psycho, which I watched recently, and I don't really get why people love it so much. It was fine. It wasn't bad. But this movie was really good. Of course, it's an 80s movie. So it does have its moments where I kind of get out of it for a little bit. Because 80s movies always have their problems because they're older. They're not that old, but they're older. So they're going to have some problems. Some of the effects weren't the greatest, but they still look really good for an 80s movie. To me, I think some of the effects were something I would have saw in a cheap early 2000s movie. The effects are pretty good. The only thing I don't like is how the story focuses on, you know, several different demons, right? There's Pinhead. Though they don't actually call him Pinhead in this movie. I already knew his name, because, he's a pretty popular character. And then there's 3 other demons. One of the demons did, nothing, and he later the house just falls on him. So clearly he wasn't important. And there's the other 2. There's the one that grabs the girl and threatens her, and for some reason puts his fingers in her mouth. And then there's this other creepy looking one with this weird mouth. None of them really get names. They don't really focus on Pinhead. Oh, and there's this other one. But they kind of focus on Pinhead and the one guy with the weird throat. They both have quite a few lines. But for some reason, all the promotional art, as you can see, is mostly Pinhead. Well, that's gonna spoil some of the character designs for other movies, probably. Yeah. That shorter guy, the one that's shorter than the rest. I don't know. The guy on the very, very left, he didn't really do anything. So I wasn't surprised when he died. Actually, it's a decent design, though. They look really good for an older movie. And it's not like it's a super, super popular movie. But it is popular. It's not like the Freddy Krueger ones. It's not like Michael Myers. It's not Jason Voorhees. It's more on the Leatherface and Scream franchise. So, I think it does deserve some of the compliments that it probably doesn't get that often. It's popular because of how cool Pinhead looks. And probably a few other things, but so far, I really liked the first movie. I didn't have too many problems besides the wife thing was a bit weird. The wife, Frank convinces her to help him by saying, hey, you need to kill somebody for me and we can be together, we can run away. She kills someone for him, and then she has to kill more people because killing one person was not enough to fix him. But she's like, oh no, I don't ever want to do that again. I don't want to kill any people. And then he literally just repeats the same thing that he said earlier. He's like, hey, you need to kill these people so we can be together. That's not very convincing, just saying the same thing you said earlier. Maybe if you put more effort into it, like, hey, you need to kill these people if you want to be together. Don't you want to be together? You've already killed one person. It's too late to back out now. Something like that. That would have been a good line, but he just repeats the exact same thing. That's not very convincing. I don't know. There's literally no reason for her to help because she already is traumatized. She didn't want to kill that person, but she did because she wanted him. She wanted him back. But there's not really a reason for her to kill other people. And once she, you know, has the other person killed, she just starts smiling and stuff. She willingly gets all these people killed. It's weird. That's the only thing I didn't like was how her character was portrayed. It didn't make sense at times. But yeah, it's a good movie. I will be watching probably the whole series because all the movies are in streaming services. Let's see. Yeah, I will probably be watching all of them besides Judgment because I don't think Judgment is on anything that I have. But even the 2011, 2005 I will be watching, so you can look forward to those reviews. I'll probably have more detail for them. But you know, it was the first movie, so it's pretty decent because it's the first movie. But once you keep going and going and going, usually the plot gets more convoluted. Because usually there wasn't really a need for sequel for a lot of series. And this one, I really don't see why there's a sequel. Maybe the plot's good. But, I mean, everything really ended. Her father's gone. They got who they wanted back. So unless she accidentally does the puzzle thing again, or someone connected to her does the puzzle thing, even though the only person that was a main character that was connected to her was Steve, and she probably told him all about the puzzle thing. So if she's in the second movie, I don't see how they're going to pull it off, but if it's different characters and stuff, maybe they can pull it off. Yeah, this was a really good movie, and it had a lot of cool moments. My favorite scene was definitely the scene where we first see him start to transform. It was really cool. And that's about it.